Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to Arena Lacrosse League action here at the Children's Arena in Oshawa. I am Stephen Stamp, joined by Joe Sullivan, and we have a battle for first place here between the Whitby Steelhawks with Bailey Brown in net and the Paris Riverwolves with Stephen Orleman in net. And Sully, this should be a pretty exciting matchup.
It sure should be. I mean, both these teams have played great all year long. Whitby come off a real big win last night, so they're coming back-to-back. That's always a little bit tougher, but as you well know and we talked about earlier, a lot of times that back-to-back team comes out strong.
Adam Peroni and Josh Medeiros facing, that's Jonah Beam taking the face-offs for Paris, and they come up with the ball. Fascinating that these teams played once earlier in the season. There's a big battle along center. Nice job to just flip that ball over his head there by, I think it was Connor Watson.
Jeez, they made something out of nothing there. That's a great opportunity.
Then Adam Peroni gets it back, but these teams met earlier in the year on January the 5th, and it was actually after Paris had played Peterborough the night before in Millbrook, as Whitby played Peterborough last night, and Whitby won that game 16-3. Not indicative, I don't think, of what we're going to see tonight. Cam Milligan with the ball. He'll back away. Milligan leading the team with 47 points, 17 goals, 30 assists. Pass across to the far side, and that is Cole McWilliams, a new addition to the club. His first game with them this year. Gets a shot off on Orleman, makes the stop.
It's good to see Cole back playing. We had him in Peterborough there a few years back, and then he focused on his field lacrosse and his schooling studies, so nice to have him back in the league.
8-second count as Josh Medeiros tried to reach the ball across center. Didn't quite make it in time. Mark Farthing will get it. Hey, and Farthing not wearing his blue Toronto Rock helmet. He's got a black bucket tonight. Milligan with a hard outside shot. Orleman doesn't know where it is. Scooped up and off to the races. That is Dustin Pratt wearing number 17. He was listed as 77, so if you're looking on the scoreboard in the box where he might be listed as 77, but they had to switch it up. The 77 was missing. So he's in the 17 tonight. That bouncer goes wide off the stick of Kyle Dawson over on the far side.
Looks like the Riverwolves missing some pretty key players to their offense with Robinson, Thenhouse, and Saunders, as well as Keane out.
Yeah, I mean, Dan Keane, their leading scorer with 31 points on the season, including 7 goals. Pat Saunders, a new addition to the club after he was released by the Rochester Nighthawks and had about 8 points last week, or a whole bunch. He's a deadly shooter at any level. And Thenhouse, I don't think, has played a whole lot, but Brandon Robinson has. So they definitely are hoping they get some next man up mentality going. As Jamie Dubrick, the head coach, said, next man up. Next guy has to go and do it. Here's Milligan, goes back toward Hutchison. Rips one for the near post, just a little bit wide, comes out to Zabolts. The first goal of the game, Travis Zabolts, 2-12 in.
Yeah, they got the goalie moving side to side. Had some real good looks. I like the hustle of McWilliams early to get the resets for them and dig that ball out, and he was key to focus on that play.
Peroni and Beam will square off again at the dot, and Peroni a little early, as you can tell by how cleanly he got that ball out. Tonight's referees Mike Sullivan, Matt Chamois, and Davey Hallett. Matt Lee is knocked down, pops back up, 2 defenders all over him. He's able to get it with one hand across, and it goes off the stick of Connor Goodwin and out of play.
Whitby put good pressure there on that. They did all last night as well. They're very focused. They're very offensively driven, but they take the time away from every offense.
Here's Liam Osborne looking to come across the top. He has been on fire this year. Osborne with 26 goals, also 9 assists. That one's off the post by Hutchison. Comes out to Zabolts, but kind of spins away from him. And it's going to be Hunter Agus coming up with the ball. Goes to that, shoots, scores. Nice snipe. Hunter Agus.
That's a great shot. I don't think the goalie was prepared for that at all. It looked like he went short side. Well, that's a big bonus for the Paris Riverwolves to get goal in transition against a club like this to start them off.
It's one of the other keys. I talked to Jamie Dubrick before the game. He said, we've got to score in transition. They are missing a bunch of their offensive guys. It's interesting. You look at Paris, and there are 4 Whitby Steelhawks who have more points than anyone on Paris. Whitby's got Cam Milligan with 47 points, Jeff Fernandez, 36, Liam Osborne, 35, Dylan Hutchison, 34, and then Dan Keane's got 31, and they've only got 3 guys with more than 20, so they do it by committee anyway. Cole Spear has been the leader, and he gets one right there. His 19th of the season. What a rip from the outside.
And just as you said, they do it by committee. Sure enough, they get a big outside rip after their inside transition goal, so they got to feel good about that. Takes so much pressure off the other fellas.
Rob King trying to pull it away from Peroni. They're going to say, they're going to give possession as a violation to on Paris, so Whitby gets the ball. Hutchison from outside, stopped by Orleman, rolls down into the gear. Gabriel Ayazo is going to make it across center. Watch closely there by Cody Hamley. The feed through on the pick and roll game, but Romanchuk on Dawson. Dawson gets a shot off, stopped by Brown.
Paris is making the most out of all their offensive opportunities. They haven't had great possessions, but everything they've got, they've generated something from when it looks like it's a dead play.
Fernandez gets stripped. Ball grabbed there by Hunter Agus, who scored the last goal for Paris. Then it's kind of thrown away, and Garrett Lewis will jump on it. Oh, no, it's going the other way. Great effort by Daniel Wheeler, but Whitby does eventually get it. McWilliams wearing number 9, or sorry, what's he wearing? Number 6, and Bryden Curran, number 8. Are additions to the Whitby lineup. Fernandez to the net, stopped.
Yeah, they added him as well as Cole McWilliams just as early as last night, I believe.
They are missing a couple of players. Matt Marinier, who's been, I think, the breakout star on defense in this league this far.
Such a big, strong guy that can actually move the ball pretty decently up the floor, and you're not going to beat him one-on-one.
Rowan Kelly takes the outlet pass. We're about 5.5 into this first quarter. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. It's 3-1 Paris. Upshaw up for an offensive shift. And I think Paris may have got away with a bit of a hold there. Connor Watson. Oh, it's going to be a goal anyway. I thought Connor Watson was kind of surfing on the back of the water skiing on the back of the jersey.
It's going to happen, though. They're not going to be able to see all of them, but it was a great drive by Osborne to pull the defense down, and then, of course, the ball spits back out, and as luck would have it, there's a Whitby player right there for them.
He doesn't have a lot of assists. He's got 26 goals, just 9 assists.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Gosh, he can shoot. Holmes zips the ball back over to the near side to Pratt. Connor Watson drifts it back up top. And Brett Clofer coming in and the outside shot.
Wow.
That's a bit of a surprise.
Is that Clofer?
Brett Clofer.
Great shot outside. Caught. I don't think the goalie was expecting that at all. Neither was the Whitby defense.
Game as a defender.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. And that, I think, is that another son or there's? I
well, there was a goalie. I know he has a goalie. Mike Clofer, of course, the old GM of the Toronto Rock.
Hutchison under pressure from Ayazo. Ayazo gets the pass across. Well, it's actually Jordan Medeiros. Outlet pass. Getting a little tight on time for the center.
Yeah, was it ever.
Eddie Renault makes it across. Now he's 1-on-5. Alertly gets it out to Clofer. Kyle Dawson with it. Renault looked like he saw something, but he gets stripped. Medeiros going underneath. 2-on-0. Looks like a clean change and the save on the breakaway. I was looking at every ref to see if anybody got Paris going early. It was okay.
I don't know. That's a tough call to make.
With 3 refs, there's somebody pretty focused on those changes, especially a situation like that. That roll pass didn't get through. It's grabbed by Corey Upshaw.
No, again, Whitby doing a great job with the pressure in that neutral zone. They just shut you right down, and if you don't have an outlet, they jump on you quickly.
And you can't focus on any one guy to pass through.
No.
Because you've got so many that'll come after you.
They sure do. You mentioned it earlier with 4 guys higher than anybody in Paris.
Greer.
And they're probably on the mark to have the top 4 guys in the league here.
They're up there. Outlet pass on the run is Connor Goodwin. Oh, a dip and dunk attempt. Missed, though, and that's going to get up out of play. We're going to take a timeout. Yeah, media break. It's 4-2. Paris over Whitby. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. This is Arena League action. Whitby starts with possession. Dylan Hutchison bringing the ball up. Watched by Logan Holmes.
Dylan's had a real good season as well.
Plays both ends of the floor. Yeah. Really smart, consistent player. Here's Osborne running across the top, fighting through traffic. Gets the shot off, but it's wide. Fernandez reaches far side. Fernandez has been good, too. 14 goals, 22 assists for 36 points.
Well, they all had a great run last night and had everybody bump their scores up last night playing against Peterborough. We had a heck of an off night, so glad to help them out.
Here's big moving pick by Eddie Renault, and Whitby will get it back. There's Hutchison back in the defensive zone. He's in camp with Rochester this year, the new Nighthawks. He's one of the guys I feel like he can play at the NLL level.
Yeah, he's really worked on his game. It's come up. His time with Coburg, it's a little bit limited, but, he's made the most of it, and he's really improved over the last few years.
Rebound picked up. Fresh 30 as that ball snagged there by Cody Hamley. Greer is going to take a shot. That's off Orleman up out of play. Orleman, you can see the Georgia gloves and Brampton helmet. The Georgia gloves because he's a practice squad goalie for the Georgia Swarm, where his brother is the backup to legendary goalie Mike Poulin.
Oh.
Illegal pick on Zabolt, who actually knocked a defender onto his own man. Zabolt's has been playing angry lately.
He has, yeah. And he's really using his size to his advantage.
Yeah.
He started to last year, so he's really started to come into his own. He's not a young guy or anything, but he's really started to pick his game up.
Clover. That's just about where he scored from a little while ago, but Conley was right out on him. Another get a shot, swallowed up by Brown. Oh, that one's tipped. Penalty for checking in the crease coming to Matt Lee. Peterborough's going to get the extra attacker out. Fernandez takes it. You can't check the goalie if he's got his feet in the crease in this.
This is where Whitby's so deadly. They're so deadly. They've got so many threats on the floor.
Milligan backdoor pass. Hamley with a shot and then tucks. Oh, how did he miss that? Did somebody stop it or did he just flat out miss that wide open net? Wow. Hutchison down to Ursu. There's Fernandez with a shot, and finally Paris gets the ball and stops things, and it is the interference call. Now, when you don't have the guys put the ball in the net, you got to stop them. Interestingly, Riverwolves 6-1. They've scored 84 goals. Whitby at 7-0 have scored 100. So 16 more. The big difference, or that's the big difference. Defensively, both teams pretty good. Whitby, the fewest goals in the league against, 63. Paris has given up 67. A lot of them that one game against Whitby. So could be a pretty interesting defensive battle.
That's true, yeah.
Cam Milligan, that little sidearm from the top, stopped by Orleman. Outlet pass to Medeiros. Gets the ball after a bounce, passes it across. The splits by Bailey Brown. That shot went wide anyway. Delayed penalty coming to Whitby. They're pulling it out. They've got fresh 30 as that shot, I guess, did touch Bailey Brown.
Just going to spread out. They'll try to kill as much time as they possibly can.
Obviously, the ideal is kill 30 and then get a shot. They pull the goalie, send an extra attacker out, so it's 5-on-5. Obviously, you want to get a rebound and try and kill some more time. Or put the ball in. Wouldn't be too bad, but Spears stopped.
Lots of floor here for two pretty offensive-minded teams. It would be fun to watch.
Dawson starts up top. Three lefties for Paris. A little unusual. They're just isolating Spear on the near side. Drive underneath is rebuffed. Here's Dawson. Goodwin. That's in the gear. Maroney sprinting. Oh, that's a pretty big pick. I felt like that might have been a call.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. And it leads to a goal at the other end. Peroni scores and then knocks over Orleman. Holmes starts to go after him.
That's a real flow killer for Paris.
4-3 the score now. We got a 4-on-3 situation for Whitby. And they're just going to take their time up at the top here with Pratt hanging onto it. Throws it across. And Medeiros will slow it down. They can kill the rest of the first penalty. There's about 3 seconds more on the shot clock. So 5 to shoot. They're back to 4-on-4, and they will get a shot late. Swallowed up by Brown.
Whitby was trying to deny the shot, but sometimes you're better to allow a shot from that far out than to commit too much.
Yeah. There's a shot on the run by Osborne. It's scooped up and away. The other way goes Watson. Look at the wheels on Greer to get back. Some nice transition defense, and then he D's up on
Smart
Hunter
play
Agus.
to pull that out. You know, they'll get another 30 seconds off that. Now 25 seconds left on the Whitby penalty. Then they'll go back to the power play, but for now we remain 4-on-4. Caught by Brown, looking for an outlet. Whips one to Upshaw. They've got to get across center, and they make it. Milligan. So Whitby about to go shorthanded. Or sorry, on the power play. Yeah, they're on the power play here for 30 seconds.
And they've got 11 on the shot clock right now.
This
Fernandez.
is where they're so deadly. Back
to Milligan at the top. Rips it. Nice save, Orleman. Boy, Milligan's so deceptive because he loves to throw that pass down to the crease, but he also loves to shoot from up there, that sidearm motion. Hard to say where he's going to go. He generally, I feel like, goes back to his right against the grain, but he can pull it.
There's exactly what you're talking about.
Milligan behind the back to Hutchison. Shoots near side. Another save. Orleman's been sharp. Whitby wants a holding call. You can hear the yell from the bench. They've got a fresh 30. McWilliams tries to connect. Moving pick called on Whitby anyway.
Oh.
Now there's a penalty coming after the play.
Yeah. Just ran some interference there. Didn't need to be there. That's going to be one that Jamie's going to wish didn't happen.
Strong right as Milligan's at the top of the formation. Gets it back from Fernandez. McWilliams is down at the crease. Milligan, hard shot. I'll tell you, these are the shots that Whitby's getting that they usually put in. And Stephen Orleman has been very good. McWilliams up to Milligan. That's Hutchison just over the crossbar. It's grabbed there by McWilliams. He got a shot on the rebound, but another stop.
They're going to shut it off pretty good here.
Oh, that almost got through the long pass to Connor Watson. Now he does manage to track it down. Withstanding a barrage of checking from Mark Farthing. Then Rowan Kelly flattens him, and Watson's just going to go get a rest.
That's a great effort by Watson.
Yeah. Hamley. Hamley's going to be moving to number 8 because Bryden Kern has joined the team. He's wearing number 8. Oh, off the post by Milligan. That's the shot we were talking about.
Yeah, he'll take that shot or he'll make that pass with the same motion.
Hutchison, sidearm rip. A little low to high, and Orleman again with the stop. Here's the outlet. Pratt pulls up, splits the D. You could see when he saw that opening for him.
Yeah, didn't last long, but.
No, they get the shot off just before the end of the buzzer. It doesn't go. The score after one period of play, 4-3 in favor of the Paris Timberwolves, Riverwolves over the Whitby Steelhawks. We'll be back in about 2 minutes here on Arena League. At the dot again, an extended battle as we are back underway in the second quarter. It's 4-3 for the visiting Riverwolves. I'm Stephen Stamp with Joe Sullivan. Bringing you Arena Lacrosse League action as Cody Hanley will trot down. Oh, wait, no, it's Cole McWilliams. He didn't have time to get a nameplate put on him. That's how fresh McWilliams is.
Yeah.
Milligan passes it across. He's in a pretty good shooting position. It connected. I think it was a great pass, but didn't quite work. You can actually see Jonah Beam thinking about hockey passing that ball.
Well, it was a smart play, though, because it's their possession on that 30-second clock. So,
yeah, might as well give it a go. Spear spins out of that fake shot, gets it across to Goodwin. Moving pick call. They've been calling a lot of moving picks. They've obviously established the bar that's going to be called. Ursu. One hopper over to Cody Hamley. Pass comes back to Milligan. A little pick from Osborne. The roll, they tried to get the pass through. Pretty good two-man defense by Curtis Hall.
it was a nice pass feathered in there by Milligan, but both Paris defenders are right there to pick it up.
We saw Luke Laskowitz in the earlier game today, and he put up 8 goals and 6 assists to set a new Arena League scoring record with 14 points in a game.
That's fantastic, yeah.
He was amazing. I think Laskowitz is probably the best shooter in this league. And tonight with Cam Milligan, I think we might be watching the best passer.
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, anytime we have to play either of those teams, those are the two guys you've got to key on. And
here's a chance for the Steelhawks, but Fernandez pulls it out as the numbers weren't in their favor. Hutchison will take a peek. Over to Milligan. Rips it far side. That one was well wide. Went into the bench. That's where your guy in the door has to get that door closed. Here's Connor Watson.
great flow to the game so far, for both
really
teams.
Really moving.
Transitions there, offense is,
The goaltending's been pretty solid,
yeah,
both
really
ends.
has.
We've seen some good saves. Nice pickoff by Peroni, and he's going to push the pace. Man off the bench. They wanted to get it to him. Great job picking up Greer, though, by Jonah Beam. So Peroni's going to just rip it himself, and now he's going to forecheck on the rebound. Rob King gets out of trouble, drops to the turf, tries to pick it up. Ball still rolling loose right along the boards. Conley there, Medeiros. King is eventually the guy who gets it back. Great job to spin away from center. Then Conley's going to get a penalty. But now we're going to see if it's going to be a 4-minute minors. Conley took the illegal cross-check minor and then an unsportsmanlike. I thought for a second it was a bench minor, which would have made it 5-on-3.
So did I, yeah.
Says the 5-on-4 for 4 minutes. Chance for the Paris Riverwolves to get a couple of goals here. Spear drops it, but he'll track it back down. They're left strong with Medeiros at the top. Skip pass down low. That one's tipped away. Paris will get it back. Just 5 on the shot clock. Up shot comes out to pressure. The shot gets through. No problem for Brown.
Oh.
Great job by Romanchuk to get through that pressure.
That 8 seconds is really being pushed to the limit here.
That was a solid 8. Backdoor attempt. Greer stopped. Fernandez can't put back to the rebound. Ooh, that might be they're going to call a loose ball possession foul. The Whitby bench was calling for holding. It was pretty close.
It was, but I think he was just over top of the stick more than the body.
Yeah. Here's McWilliams. Boy, he is a gritty little player.
He is. He's an inside-out guy, too. He'll turn you inside out. He's got great speed.
15 on the shot clock. He's stripped, and they look up the floor. It's a 3-on-1. And they drop it, and Farthing just grabs possession. Pushes the pace a bit to get it up to Greer. He's dragged down. That will be a holding call because they started at different times.
That's
and
right.
then once the Holmes penalty ends, there's another 35 on the second of the double minor. Greer gets that ball off the boards, up to Milligan. This is like week 5 when we played 4-on-4.
That's right, yeah.
Little spin. Nice slide and the big hit. Oh, that's a big hit. And You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm pretty sure they actually made the switch. I think that's Bryden Curran, the lefty forward, wearing 16, right? And Cody Hamley is wearing 8. So they've made the switch already. I was just talking to them before, and they said they were going to do it after. But, no, they've done it. That was Curran, right?
That's right.
Yeah. He's played for you, hasn't he?
No, he didn't. No.
Okay. Trying to think where he's played. Seen him around? Actually, I think he used to play for Paris.
Where?
Didn't he play for Paris a couple years ago?
I don't know. Curran? I don't know. He's shown well here so far, I'll tell you what.
He's pretty good. Cole Spear gets that pass. Slow things down. 48 left in the 4-on-4.
I don't know if he's taunting them there.
I think that was just a really bad hidden ball trick. Matt Lee goes to the net, steps in the crease.
Good run.
Wearing his Rochester Nighthawks helmets. He had a tryout with them last year. Osborne. Big whack there. Now the double team.
He's one of those guys you've got to watch because you get 2 guys on him. You're almost better to leave him out there. He's so deadly.
He is. He's so quick.
Great speed, great hands.
And amazing strength.
Yeah.
That shot well off the mark. Gets up out of play. Another 9 seconds of the 4-on-4, and then Holmes will come out and Paris goes to the power play for 35. Maneros just steps over center. Tosses it over to Spear.
Power play here.
Here we go. Wholesale personnel changes for Paris as they get things rolling. They got 12 to shoot. Goodwin. Spear's shot off the backboards was off a Whitby player, yeah. You can see it change direction.
Yeah, they caught a break there.
19 seconds on the power play.
If you're going to wait till now, you've got to almost let him back into the play because a dirty shot or a dirty bounce is going to give you that breakaway.
Here's Rowan Kelly on the run. Nothing really came of it. We had one last game where Tanner Buck of Toronto took a shot because there was only 1 second left on the shot clock. Felt he had to take a shot, and it was as a penalty expired. And the Oshawa player literally stepped from the box to the bench. It's 2 steps from their box.
Gone.
And John St. John came out the other door, and the ball rolled right to him. There's nobody within 50 feet of him, maybe more.
It's just one of those things they got to be aware of, right?
Yeah. At that point, you pretty much have to roll it in the corner.
Yeah, you do.
Pass lofted across by Watson. Shot from the outside, stopped. Brown side arm to Hamley. Oh, Hamley does have his name on his number 8. Just having a Curran 16 on his.
Right. Oh, he's going to push this.
Yeah. Oh, off the post. Far side, Connor Goodwin. Ayazo gets it ahead. Paris having to double check how many guys they've got out there. Here's Watson. Dawson. Spear spins off a check. Shot's a bit wide. Up out of play. And we're 7 minutes to go in the half. We are going to take a break. There's only been 1 goal in this 8 minutes, but it has been some good lacrosse. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. This is the Arena Lacrosse League.
Watch, Whitby does a play here typically. They'll push in and run Rattlesnake here and let him come right down underneath. And then he'll push in, and then Cam will get the ball, roll up, and give it back to him. Maybe not. We'll see.
We'll see. Osborne passes off to Hutchison. He's going to go down to Milligan. Up pick by Zabolts. Osborne down pick. Pretty well defended by Paris. And that might be a moving pick. 2 Riverwolves going after Travis Zabolts. Holmes is one of them. He gets the stick up along the side of the face and gives him a little shove. And I think Holmes is going to the box.
So's Travis, I think, though.
Yeah. So we see it 5-on-5 as those are coincidental minors. Here's Medeiros trying to get underneath Peroni. Garrett Lewis jumps out onto Dawson. There's Spear ducking underneath. Nice twister, far side. Tucks it home. What a shot.
That's a great shot. I mean, I think he had the goalie wondering where he's going. He brought it up almost straight above his head and just bounced far side. It looked that far side anyways.
And it's tricky because once you put that ball down, you can't just check somebody.
No,
you
got
got
to
wait till play's blown in or it's a delay game.
And a lot of players now, as they get a little more savvy with it, when they pick it up, they'll run into the player to try and see if they can't get the call.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Osborne picks a corner. What a great shot.
It was. He's seen Orleman just leaning off that post there, and he just put it down there before he had any time to react to it.
Played a D shift a couple weeks ago. Ran the floor. Last night he scored in transition. He's been picking corners. He's been doing adding a lot of versatility to his game. Again, the swarming forecheck pressure by Whitby there causes the turnover. And Curran just spinning away from the checking. Fernandez hits the cutter. There's Osborne wide open. Somebody's got to stay on him. He's too dangerous.
Well, I don't know how he gets that run like that. Unless, you know what, I'd have to look back and see if he was just really got himself that open or if it was a good pick. But someone's got to pick the guy up that's got the hot stick, that's for sure. And I'm sure that's what Coach Dubrick's going to be talking about. No, because you've got to put it in that right spot. You don't want to put it in a position where the guy's going to get hit and possibly hurt. But he seems to find that each and every time.
King pulls it in away from Garrett Lewis, but the ball pops loose. And it's grabbed there by Hamley. Gets it ahead to Conley. And this is Hutchison. Quick ball movement by Whitby. Whitby coached by Gavin Prout with assistants Brad Reed and Jim Milligan. Osborne feeds one far side. Hutchison can't bury the finish. Sorry, Greer. Here's Iazzo sprinting full length of the floor. The foot save by Brown and up out of play.
Great speed. Get the reset. Now they get their 5 offensive guys out set again.
Jamie Dubrick is coaching Paris. He's on his own tonight on the bench. Normally has Chris Driscoll with him. Shovel pass back up to Dawson Lewis. That's Clint Lewis on him. Big pick. And the shot by Dawson. Great goal by Dawson. Almost equal credit to Eddie Renault for the clearing pick.
Yeah, no, it was very good. Very smart. Heads up play. Again, they needed to rebound back there. They kind of let Whitby take it to them there for a little bit. So
Whitby back up by 1, 7-6 with 3:09 to play. As Peroni and King face off. King came away with it momentarily, but it's loose again. Upshot digging. King trying to get it with one hand. And it's Hutchison that comes away with the ball. It's an adventurous outlet pass attempted to get up to Bryden Curran. Paris taking their time to set things up on Dawson takes it. Dawson inside. Medeiros is going to run over and go to the far side to Clofer. Shot stopped by Coote. He is a great passer. He's going to make a short one there. Boy, with a higher ceiling, he can hit a dot at the far end of the floor.
Yeah, you're challenged here with the rafters, that's for sure. Here in Millbrook are awfully low buildings.
Yeah. Millbrook, there's not as much stuff hanging down from the ceiling, right? So you have a few more lanes to go through. Here, there's lights everywhere.
That's true.
I mean, Millbrook is low as well.
And a little colder. They're not really built for lacrosse just yet, so we're still working on it.
Shot clock will expire on the Steelhawks. 1:58 to go in the half. What a game. Everything we'd been anticipating. A tight matchup. We actually wondered, with Paris missing some guys, would they be able to stay with them? We'll see.
I think their depth is shown here. All their players have stepped up.
Yeah.
They've got transition. They've got good defense, good goaltending, and the offense is taking care of business.
Twister, it's good.
Same shot again.
Yeah, Cole Spear. You can see why. That's at least 3 tonight, giving him at least 21 on the year.
Yeah, that's his second goal in a row. Same style, just right up over top of his head and then just pulls it over.
Garrett Lewis runs out to take the face-off against Jonah Beam. Snagged. Watson got it ahead. Here comes a 3-on-2. Nice save, Coot. Ball still loose along the floor. Conley's going to get it. Tries to kick it ahead to himself. It's actually still scrambled. Still on the floor. They get it back, but Dawson barely had it, and it was knocked out of his stick. Big bump by Kelly, but can't come up with the ball. Ursu goes after it. Ursu gets it eventually. Oh, big hit there. And Jim Billiard on the bench put his hand up for his phantom referee call as he wanted a high stick. Wow. It was pretty close.
Very physical game.
Yeah. Brony trying to fight out, or Kelly winds up stepping in the crease. 50.3 to go. We'll see if Paris goes for the 2-for-1. They'd have to shoot in the next couple seconds.
Too many men on the floor. That's a real tough one to take so late.
That's a tough one on offense especially.
Yeah, and really no need to hurry the play up, but sometimes guys get so antsy at that front door.
Yeah. And they get started. Everyone's kind of still strolling out to their positions.
Yeah, very nonchalant.
Fernandez shooter spot left and Hutchison low. Shot by Fernandez, stopped. Beam's going to take it. They were trying to wait till after 30,
yeah, that's smart. You know, every second you take off is just that crucial.
It's about a second difference, so they can pull Orleman if they want and go 5-on-5.
Whitby being smart, they're going to leave them out.
Yeah.
Shows the confidence they have in Lucas in net.
Yeah.
Now they'll try to clamp down, nothing late.
He was looking for that twister again.
There it is again, trying.
Yeah. Coot stops it. We've reached halftime. Oh,
0.5.
Half a second left. All right, so it is 7-7 through 30 minutes of play. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. Thanks for being with us. This is thrilling Arena Lacrosse League action. We'll be back for the second half. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. 7-7 halfway through this game. The battle for first place, and it has lived up to the billing. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan, Whitby, and Paris, Jonah Beam, and Adam Peroni at the face-off dot. That's quite a half.
It really is, and I hope it keeps up this way because this is just fantastic, you know, to show our league the way like this, you know, for first place, number one, number two, really great lacrosse back and forth.
Illegal pick by the Steelhawks, so the ball will be turned over. Ayazo calmly makes the pass across to the far side. Eddie Renault trying to get underneath Hamley. And I was a little confused by the Hamley and Curran situation.
Oh.
Big play. I was a little confused in the first half by the Curran and Hamley situation. Gavin Pratt actually texted me. I just didn't see it because I had my phone in my pocket.
Oh,
he said,
perfect.
yeah, Hamley's wearing 8, Curran's wearing 16. So just before the game he told me because he said earlier they were going to be switching later. So appreciate that, Gavin Prout. A scholar and a gentleman. Milligan at the top as it is a power play. 30 seconds still to go. Milligan cross floor pass to Hutchison. Nice stop, Orleman.
Scholar and a gentleman he is, and probably one of the best dressed coaches in this league for sure.
He's sharp.
He always has snakeskin boots or something going on.
Oh, he likes his shoes.
He sure does, yeah. And man, could he play. I had him in Peterborough there, and he's honestly absolute warrior on the floor.
Fantastic. Highly talented, tough as nails, anything for the team. Bouncer by Milligan, Stop by Orleman into the gear.
And you talk about tough as nails. I mean, he played one game up in Brampton against Billy Greer, and he had a bone to settle that night. And I'll tell you what, it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, he'll drop him.
As much skill as he has, he also has the grit of any player you know.
Drive to the net. That's going to be a crease violation.
Oh.
Kelly with the cross check to the back of. I think it was,
no, so they're gonna call goalie interference. I think they could have called Kelly on a low check after too, but
for sure the check after could have been. Hutchison. Over to Fernandez. They go strong left. Whitby, usually a strong right setup on the power play. Switching it up a little here. Milligan over the shooter spot. Fernandez backdoor. That was tipped. Didn't quite get through to Osborne. Curran tried to fit it through. Couldn't get it. It's picked off, and going for a run here is Jonah Beam. Withstands the checking.
Very good job just to hang on to that ball and make the line.
Yeah.
And again, Whitby's just fantastic at this pressure up in here.
It's never easy to run the ball up against them.
Well,
10 on the shot
they close
clock.
the gap very quickly.
Yeah. Peroni on top of Renault. He gets his hand right up into the face. And Paris is looking for a penalty there, and they might just have a point based on the way it's been called so far. and Jamie Dubrick literally just yelled out to the refs, you called it on us, you got to call it on them.
Yeah, frustration, but I mean, that's the compete level here.
Yeah.
They both want this game so badly. They're looking for any turn of the game they can.
Just under a minute to go in the power play. Hutchison at the top, over to Milligan, back up top. Strong left again. They go through the middle. Hutchison just misses. Boy, Hutchison, a bit of a tweener because he's not really an NLL forward, I don't think. He hasn't quite made it as a D, but he can do both so well. Off of Orleman up out of place was a fresh 30, and Whitby's got a little over 30 on the power play. Fernandez to Hutchison. Down low, Osborne backs behind the net. Fernandez, nice stop. Stephen Orleman, what a save.
I think they're going to want to see that call again, but it looked like it might have been a back end, but.
Hutchison comes away with it and very calmly makes the pass up to Milligan. They've got 11 on the penalty.
He'll probably let that guy join back into the play here. So
I would think so. It's getting pretty tight.
Oh.
Behind the back, Fernandez shoots.
Now you look.
1 second, he'll be coming out.
Yeah.
Hutchison gets back so they can get a defender.
It was a good shot, though. I mean, you get in that tight, you got to try something. But.
Yeah. I don't know did I mention during the game earlier that there was one in the game previous today where Toronto took a shot with a second left because there was 1 second on the shot clock, and it wound up being a wide open goal for John St. John.
It's just
There's
so tempting for them, you know.
It is. And you're like, end of the shot clock, I got to shoot. Hamley gets it ahead. Kelly with the rip. And it went off of Orleman out of place. Whitby gets it back. Greer to Milligan. That's a nice save.
Went through underneath his arm there.
Yeah. Just got enough, I think, to direct it off. Here's the Bolts. Saw the slide coming, gets to Milligan. Greer couldn't catch it, but King knocks him right off the ball, but Greer muscles up and gets back in position. Nice job by Todd Greer. That's an illegal pick.
There's what you were talking about with Travis. He gets a little.
Now there's a penalty coming, is it?
I didn't actually see the penalty. I seen the pick,
but
I thought it was just a simple pick.
Delay a game on Whitby for not putting the ball down right away.
Yeah, that's obviously something new for a lot of players at this level.
And the level of strictness of it, too.
Well,
I mean, it's always a rule, right? Any level. You can't just roll the ball from the corner, but these NLL rules, you have to put it right down.
And I think it's a great rule.
I love it.
It keeps the game going.
I think it was the best of the rules they added a few years ago. The changes they made. The 8 seconds instead of 10, whatever, getting over center, but that one makes a difference.
Well, that 8 seconds.
Immediately. It does push it, too.
You sure have to have the guys that can have the wherewithal with that ball.
Yeah. Oh, and Josh Medeiros is going very gingerly to the bench for Paris. Looks like he's pulled a groin.
I don't think they can afford to lose him.
Oof. Medeiros coming in tonight with 11 goals, 13 assists for 24 points, their third leading scorer. Whitby's in full penalty kill mode.
Just leave him out.
Yeah.
Give him that late shot. Just don't let any inside pass.
Oh, my. Stephen Orleman has been so good all night long. Then he steps out to make that save. It hits the inside of his leg and goes in.
Just a dirty bounce, but a good bounce for Hutchie, obviously, and Orleman would love to have that back.
Peroni and Beam once again, 9:52 to go. Another false start. He's been battling all night at the dot. I like that play by Peroni before the restart. Just step back over center. and then he takes off over center and runs in before play was actually blown in because I think he just thought he'd missed it. It took so long. Now there's a penalty coming. Actually, both of them are going to go. Fernandez and Agus jousting. So 1 minute left in the Whitby penalty. Hutchinson starts with possession. Curran takes the ball and backpedals. And a penalty coming now to Paris. And they're both going to go. Oh, Hutchinson's getting unsportsmanlike. I'm not sure if he said something or if it's a dive.
Well, it was a pick, but I mean he embellished it or it was a hard hit.
Yeah.
Both were deserved. Both were deserved. They're not going to put up with that, and nor should they.
And I've heard people say they don't understand how that can be both. That if it's a penalty, that it's absolutely.
That's a good feel for the game by the ref.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it's a penalty, if it's an illegal cross check or whatever it is, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
But if the guy embellishes it on top of that, that's a penalty too. No question. I didn't even think it's a debate, but I remember hearing somebody say
it. Yeah, sure there will be.
Stays 5-on-4 since they both go. Spear at the top. To Lee, back to Spear. Dawson back to Spear. Spear throws an interesting behind the back. Eh?
Yeah.
Very high above the head, kind of a little twisty thing. It's odd. Gets there, maybe he's just going to let one fly from the outside. That's blocked out front. Swatting at it was Dawson. And if you're wondering if that goal would have counted if that had gone in, it would, because the rule is you have to, if the ball is outside the crease, you can swat at it. It's only when it's in the crease you have to possess it before you tap it in. Was it last night there was the one that was called for batting? Was that in this game or was that in the NLL?
No, I didn't see it, no.
Okay, that was the game I watched when I got home after calling the game in Millbrook. Somebody actually batted. I'll get to it in a sec. Here's the play right in the crease. Kelly has it. It gets away from him. He's going to the corner. I don't think he can play that because I think he went through the crease. 30 will expire anyway. But there was a shot. The ball bounces down, and the lefty forward jumps in, swats the ball into the net. But he did it with the open face of the stick, so it actually hit the mesh inside his stick and went in. And they said no goal batting because you can't bat it in. But to me, like he did, it was just the one motion.
Yeah, I mean,
but it was in the
mesh.
mesh.
You can almost argue it was a quick stick.
Yeah. Peroni. Oh, everyone's on top of him. Three guys knock him to the turf. He says, I believe that should have been a penalty. They say, I disagree, and we continue.
Oh, wow.
Osborne runs over Dawson. There's a shot falling by Klopfer. This is a physical game. We are nearing the midway point of the third quarter. It's 8-7 Whitby, and quite a contest leading the Paris Riverwolves. I'm Stephen Stamp with Joe Sullivan. This is Arena Lacrosse League action. There's a Bolt's hard shot up off Orleman and out of play. Ball bounces loose, and Zabolts gets a tough break for Paris. And then illegal push on Iazo. Milligan runs around the screen, shoots, it's wide. It's going to be an over and back, but Iazo's got a chance for a breakaway if he can get there. It spins. Oh, plays blown back in. He's going to have to just pull it out.
Great second effort there to pick that up.
Iazo grabbing his lower stomach area after taking a bit of a poke there. Spear with the ball, 7 minutes to go.
He scored two from that same spot, so.
Twister stopped by Brown, who's back in. Yeah, Bailey Brown has gone back in between the pipes for Whitby. Chance for Conley, and he's stoned by Orleman. Didn't actually notice when he got rolling that Brown was back in.
Yeah.
As Kuda come in for a while in the second quarter. Oh. Conley took a peek.
They're going to call that, yeah.
Illegal cross check.
Oh, something off the play here. I thought it was here.
I thought it was,
It's
too.
over here with
Clinton Lewis going to the box with 6:30 to go. And we will have our media timeout. Right, we're back underway, second half of the third quarter here. I'm Stephen Stamp with Joe Sullivan. Paris on the power play after the Clinton Lewis penalty. That's a hard one by Matt Lee. A little too high. Tipped off his teammate's stick and out of play, so it's Whitby possession. Farthing takes it, looks up, makes the pass. They got to get across center. They got about a second. They make it. Bryden Curran. He likes to switch hands. I remember that. He does that fairly often. Don't really get it, but now he tries a jumping goal. He's very athletic. I think that may have been impossible, though.
You don't normally see guys that are that, he's not a tall fella, that's for sure,
No.
but sure is athletic to get there.
Yeah, very quick.
Oh, yeah.
Penalty coming to Paris. Osborne with about 11 fakes, and Orleman just stays with them and makes the stop. He's so dangerous, so quick, and so strong. He's not the biggest guy, but he is, I've said it before, he's just built like a brick house. There he goes. That's exactly what we're talking about. And he's virtually unstoppable when he's in alone like that. That's a 4-on-4 goal because the penalty canceled out the Clinton Lewis penalty. I don't think he was actually, which surprised me. I had him actually pretty high in my mock draft because in my rankings because I think he's really good. I think I probably got a chance to see more of him than most people did.
Well, he sure has played like he's got something to prove. So
100%. So quick, so strong.
Incredible speed. Incredible speed underneath.
Yeah. Spear feeds it through, and Goodwin tucks it home. Nice, or Kyle Dawson, sorry. Nice passing. And the finish by Dawson.
That's at least his second of the game that I can be aware of here.
Yeah. In a white stick, you can barely see it. In the black stick, it just stands out. And to me, goalies, it's that little split second they might see it a bit earlier. Do you have a feeling on that?
Well, the only thing I've asked some of the guys, because you do see more of it now, and some of them just like the feel of the mesh.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, surely you can get white mesh with the same feeling, right? I don't know. I actually have a stick with black mesh, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just not that good.
I was going to say,
so it's irrelevant.
I played with whatever they supplied me with, and that was usually nothing anyway. So.
Right? I could be almost as good without mesh on my stick as I am with it, really. But for these guys, under 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Paris is shorthanded now. Cole Spear driving to the net and scores. Holy cow.
That's an incredible individual effort by himself in against two defenders, and then to get the goalie moving side to side, still have the wherewithal there. That's a great effort.
Is that 4 for him tonight? It's at least 3.
3 for sure.
I think it's 4, actually. Yeah, he's had the 2 twisters down to our right
4.
and the one earlier. That's
4
goals. Yeah. Unbelievable. Cole Spear, 22 on the year, one of the top guys in the league. And Liam Osborne came in with 26 tonight. And he's got, 3 or 4 as well, right?
That's right. Yeah, Liam's got 4.
There you go. Nice job keeping track. It's impressive. Fernandez over to Hutchison at the top. 22 seconds left on the Whitby power play. Oh, that was a loud one as Milligan ripped it off the chest pad of Orleman. May have caught a bit of the neck guard. Whitby gets it back. 7 on the shot clock on the penalty. I think they're going to, nope.
No,
they shoot. Oh, it comes straight back out to Curran. And we're back to 5-on-5. Fernandez steps back away from the defender. Milligan's hard shot, it's wide. Grabbed there. Here goes Dustin Pratt. He's going to step back out, 3:20 to go. What a game. All tied up at 9-9. Clofer. Pass across to Matt Lee. Oh, he saw some space and was taken away, but then he gets it back. Hamley, holding penalty wiped out as Lee drives to the net. Almost as impressive as the last Spear goal.
Want to give Bailey his opportunities as well? Always a challenge.
Brown, who was drafted by New England and has been spending some time with them. Obviously, it's great for these players anytime they can be with their parent NLL team. And, Brown on the practice squad with New England, and especially for goalies, I think it's even more important. He was saying, you just get those shots. The quality of shots from NLL players.
Absolutely. I mean, we're without Landon Kells this weekend, and it's frustrating for us, but it's just such a great development opportunity for him.
And for you, it makes him better in the long term,
That's
too,
right,
obviously.
Sure, yeah.
I don't think he's going to be with you that long, I think.
No, I don't think so either. But, hey, he's down, and we get an opportunity for our other guys to play.
Yeah. And you got to use them both last night.
We did a couple of times.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. That's great.
You betcha. Spear up top will take the pass. Ducks underneath. That's some nice defense by Mark Farthing. Strips the ball. Picked up by Romanchuk. He's going to run. He's got Hamley with him. Romanchuk shoots, saved by Orleman.
Very composed in the net. Very composed. Very impressed with him. I haven't seen a lot of him. So.
It's over and back. Milligan just over. Well, especially for a kid who's got a year of junior lacrosse left.
That's fantastic, yeah.
I mean, I know he's been with the Georgia Swarm. He's been an NLL guy now for a bit since he declared early, but
it's really, you really see a change here where they're drafting these goalies young and trying to work with them. Same as what Calgary's doing. They're bringing him out to practices, really trying to let him feel those shots that you were talking to.
Yeah.
So they develop at an 18, 19-year-old goalie so that in 3-4 years they've got a guy that can step in.
They're kind of having their hands forced, right? Because the guys declare they're entering the draft, and either you pick them or somebody else does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hutchison.
Good defense. Good defense.
That was Hunter Agus right out on him. That's what I was talking about earlier. We've talked about the penalties, maybe not great ones, but that's the defense he brings. He can do some really good things. Look at the wheels going to the net. Saved by Coote after a great rush by Goodwin.
And that's what they needed, right? They needed that big save, get him back in the game, and now they're settled in.
Final minute of the third quarter, 10-9 Paris in this great first place battle. Osborne gave it up. Here's Greer. McWilliams not looking very comfortable after a pick over there, or a check. Ball gets up out of play off a Paris player. It's fresh 30 for Whitby. Hutchison goes off. And Fernandez is going to come now as the Bolts getting into it with
Paris. Is best is to stay out of this stuff and just play their game. They've got a lot of momentum going right now.
Sorry, I always find the chirping interesting.
Yeah.
The Bolts was yelling, and Daniel Wheeler just yelled back, "I'm not talking to you. You're not a good player." Which, whatever you feel editorially, is a pretty good chirp.
Yeah.
Osborne couldn't quite make the catch on the pass by Milligan. And here they go the other way. This is Pratt pushing the pace.
Paris transition man didn't realize they had Milligan out there, and he could have stayed out and kept an offensive player in the defensive position.
10 seconds to go. They've pulled the goalie for the extra attacker down to 7. Here's Spear. Tries to bounce one far side. It's wide, and that's going to head into the Whitby bench. That will do it for 3 quarters of play. What a thriller. It's 10-9 Paris over Whitby. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. This is Arena Lacrosse League action. All right, 15 minutes or more to decide a winner in this first place showdown. 10-9 Paris. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. Paris going left to right for the final quarter. For the fourth quarter. That's over and back. Great check by Peroni, and he's going to run the floor. What a smart play by Peroni, but then the pressure by Pratt turns it over on Conley. It's a 4-on-1. You better score, or you're going to have
that's kind of what I was talking about, Stephen. That's that play there. I don't know. The referees have to look at that, how they're going to make that call, because he really didn't get the space he's supposed to be allotted. I know it's a live
on the restart.
Ball. Yeah, he just came right into it, and they stepped right into him.
Well, especially because he's picking up right at center. He can't go back. Milligan has it. Tries to go to the far side, gets it, but the shot is stopped off the stick of Fernandez. Beam grabs it. I love the play by Peroni, though, to realize they're getting the ball and run up the floor. Don't sit there and pick it up. You've got a teammate to pick it up. Didn't come to anything, but it's a smart play.
Oh, man.
Didn't quite get through. Milligan's caught back on defense. Oh, they get it through the lead. Nice stop by Coote. Oh, and great pass ahead by Hamley. Clint Lewis is going to try and track it down. He's got a man on the back of him. And Whitby will get possession. Nice hustle by Romanchuk. I do find it interesting watching Whitby play with Mark Farthing playing alongside a few of the players that he coaches at Trent University.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of respect by all his teammates, but even more so. And I hear it all the time about the guys that play for him. They just really enjoy him being around. He's a good coach, a good leader.
Yeah, just a great guy, fun guy, very straightforward. Good lacrosse mind. Nice roll pass by Clofer all the way across to Renault. Change of direction there by Goodwin.
I don't know why they called a reset there. I don't
know.
That.
I didn't see a possession by Whitby. And now they're well into the time where Whitby the 30 would have expired. And they are going to call a possession foul, and Whitby will get it. So Whitby's played well in this game, but Paris with 3 straight goals here on a bit of a run. Can Whitby get it turned around? Milligan has it. A little pick from Lewis, playing an offensive shift. Milligan spins off a check, dives it, jumps across the crease. The save, and Hutchison picks it back up. Fresh 30 for Whitby. Fernandez. Boy, Orleman's been good. That one's wide by Lewis. It's picked up by Holmes. He's got a man ahead. I don't think he can get there. No, Whitby takes it away. Good decision to not make the pass. And he finds Spear off the bench. Clinton Lewis out on him.
Good play by Spear to pull that out. He's got a tired defense out there. He's trying to expose him here a little bit.
Lots of time, still 10 on the shot clock. They've got time to do something. Spear rips one, stopped by Coote. Lewis, he's got to be going to the bench. There we go. He played a defensive shift, went up and played offense, went back and played defense, and ran it up. He has to be tired. I'm tired watching him. Great effort.
Oh.
That shot gets past Orleman, but goes wide. Osborne's there to pick it up. Behind the net, dunk attempt. No good. Snagged by Orleman. Behind the back pass. King and McWilliams having a little chat. Making some summer cottage plans, I think. That pass is high and hard. It's picked up by Conley. He's going to spin off the check. Conley gets to Farthing. He looks around, shoots, save by Orleman.
That would have been a big goal for them there.
That would.
Back and forth. You're not going to find much better.
That gets up high, and it does hit the rafters. Out of play, Whitby possession. What a great pass. I love the poise by the young couple.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Peroni. Fernandez with the ball now. Milligan's the pick from Osborne. Goes back door. It's just out of reach.
I think everybody thought he was going to do the dish to Osborne, and then he went far side. So good vision, just couldn't reel it in.
And if you're wondering on the call that one, a lot of people aren't aware, you can't be go through the crease, be the first guy to pick up the ball. You also can't receive the first pass.
That's
and
right.
Since that ball ricocheted off the boards, that first pass was illegal. Paris getting all kinds of pressure by Upshaw on them. Medeiros hands it off. A little underhand rip by Renault, stopped by Coote. Well, Coote's done what they asked. Shut the door a little bit.
Sure has, yeah. Done exactly what they've asked.
McWilliams reaches far side. Hudson was covered. Penalty coming to Paris. And Coote's running out to the bench. He's going to grab that ball. And Whitby will go to the power play with. So it's Pratt and Josh Medeiros are up high on the penalty kill. Looks like Logan Holmes and Jonah Beam down low. Sorry, it's Watson and Beam down low. This is Milligan to Hutchison. Hits Osborne. Shot, but the save by Orleman. What a great save.
Yeah, I'm not sure he knew where that was sitting after.
No.
So.
Looked like he was kind of peeking behind him. Beam fights his way over center. Medeiros calling out that he's the help, and he gets it to him. Nice play by Beam.
Good communication there.
Not sure why Watson rolled that into the corner with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
He had more time there, yeah.
I don't mind the play when there's 2 or 3 seconds left, but
that's the safe play, the smart play.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's seen something we didn't.
Milligan at the top, rips it. That one's wide. Can he track it down? Nope, that's going to be an over and back. A minute left on the power play. Paris to the penalty kill. Dawson has the ball.
Quite content to go one-on-one out high.
Four Riverwolves were lined up across the restraining line there. They're just waiting. Whitby pretty passive on the penalty kill.
10 seconds. He's going to take it deep. They'll start to filter off to get their D on, so they're in a better position.
Yeah, 2 Riverwolves have gone to the bench. Goodwin's going to try getting a shot off. He missed. That's a pretty good
he
last
ate
10 seconds.
all the clock, which is exactly what they want, and then these 3 defenders are able to get out and get set, so they're not in a scrambled position.
Milligan, who stayed out on D that last play, shift, he's going to come up and anchor the top of the offense, quarterback the offense. He gets the pass, gets it back, skip pass, gets it back again from Hutchison. Hard shot, but Orleman with the save. If you haven't seen a lot of Cam Milligan or a lot of high-level lacrosse, and you're checking this out, you might not think that's a great shot, but he scores on those shots.
Well, it's just his release is very hard to pick up for goalies. As I talk to the goalies, because he doesn't throw the heaviest shot, but it's very, very precise. He knows exactly where he's putting that.
There's a pass to the crease. The shot by Greer is over top, but he gets his own rebound back. Bounces away from him. He's still able to get it. Ayazo on him. Crony's up as the safety valve, and they throw it to him. Halfway through the fourth quarter, 7:30 to go. It's 10-9 Paris. I'm Stephen Stamp with Joe Sullivan. Pass to Hutchison out front, doesn't connect. It's tracked down low by Curran. 2 to shoot. He'll get one off. He misses, though. That'll be a 30-second violation, and we will take our final media timeout. 10-9 Paris. We'll be right back.
You're checking that's Tinder. You're checking your Tinder.
For the record, since we just went live to recording, I don't think Gary Morrison of JVI is, in fact, checking Tinder. We are back underway. It's 10-9 for Paris. 7 minutes to go. Saved by Coot. He's got a man up the floor. Gets it too far for Farthing. Goes to Stephen Orleman. Somebody on the Paris bench was yelling, "Push it numbers," and Jamie Duberk yelled, "Whoa."
We are quite fine being in control here.
Yes. Maybe it was somebody from Whitby yelling, "Push it numbers," because they did not have numbers.
No.
Spear gets it in the corner. He's been dangerous all night. Makes the pass to Dawson, can't make the catch. He's trying to reach in. You can reach into the crease. He's complaining because he thinks he was called for a crease violation, but you can't reach onto the top of the mesh of the net. Once it's on there, it is defensive possession. There's a bolt. Watched by Agus. Agus, nice job staying with him. It's up to Fernandez. They feed it through, doesn't connect in the slot.
Good call. Good call by the bench.
The 30 will expire on the Steelhawks. Paris goes the other way, 6 minutes to go. Agus just wants to get it to an offensive player, but all kinds of pressure for Ron Kelly as a turnover. Kelly's got a breakaway, and the closest player is a Steelhawk. Save Orleman, he just gets it. Wow.
I'll tell you, you have to be impressed with Orleman's play here.
He's been outstanding. Oh, but he throws that one to Kelly. He's been really good until that moment. Watch, he's going to make another stellar save to make up for it. Here's Osborne, and he makes the foot save. The pass back doesn't connect, but Osborne tracks it down. 25 still after they got the reset, so they're all good. Hutchison will toss it. That's picked off, but it bounces away from Beam. Beam's had a strong game for Paris. Here's Greer going underneath. Diving shot, another stop by Orleman. All kinds of forecheck pressure. Beam fights through it, but the ball pops out. Oh, rolls away from Osborne.
You really see Whitby's strength here as far as putting this right here. Oh, that's a tough call.
Yeah,
that's a tough call.
I think it's the right call.
Yeah, no, I don't
because the
disagree.
ball was loose, and he didn't. I don't think Peroni saw it, but that's a really good play by Peroni. He's going to try and keep his man in the other end.
Whitby is
Great
very
pressure.
good taking that time and space away right now.
Yeah. Man, Adam Peroni's had himself a game. Pokes Lee. Lee runs through it. There's Spear. Oh, penalty coming. To Eddie Renault. Are they both going?
Offensive penalty is. That's awful, disheartening.
Oh.
Paris bench is going to have to work through that one. So that's where that three-man system really does come in to support the calls.
You can definitely see more with the three guys, especially the changes. Hutchison starting with it up top as Whitby goes strong left. Osborne and Milligan, the righties, going to try and get it to those guys. Oh, wow. Bryden Curran runs around into space. He's so elusive, but he hits the post. Here comes Paris. Watson. As the man off the bench, Lee. Nice save, Coote. That was dangerous. Kelly calmly throws it ahead to Farthing. He's going to push the pace. 4-on-3. Conley has it, shoots. Oh, almost a big goal, but another stop by Orleman.
I can see Coach Dubrick over there putting his hands up. Please slow it down. He doesn't need the run and gun, although they got a great look last time they came down and did just that.
Yeah. That's one where you're yelling stop, but if they score, then you're like, yeah, nice shot.
Yeah.
Oh, shoulder save.
Oh.
The rebound by Dawson just missing. Coote grabs it.
Oh.
It came loose and almost putting it back in was Goodwin.
How anyone see? Oh, wow.
Oh, penalty coming to the Steelhawks. Lee's got it. They're
They'll
getting
use
the extra
every second
attacker
they
out.
can here. That clock is so valuable.
12 on the shot clock. Parrish really taking their time. Behind the net, diving dunk attempt, it's not in. And then he lands in the crease.
Paris thought it was in.
Yeah. I was waiting for it because it wasn't signaled goal or a
awfully
crease.
tough to see.
Yeah.
The overhead camera is not working here in the Children's Arena, so we're not going to get a better vantage point.
Well, the overhead camera with these ceilings is like 10 feet away, so it's, you don't quite
I think
get the
it's a
perspective
Polaroid.
you can have
It's
elsewhere.
just a Polaroid anyway. So
Power play, Paris. They would love to add another goal and get a little breathing space.
You know, the scary thing is Whitby gets the ball on the other side and they give it to a guy like Osborne. I mean, he can burn you very quickly.
Shot by Medeiros outside. Misses. It's on the back of the mesh. Whitby will get possession.
Why the two
Rowan
Paris
Kelly runs.
players are staying on, I don't know.
Yeah. Pass doesn't get through. Paris gets it. That's huge. Breakaway for Hunter Agus. Not sure you take that shot.
No, well, you know.
If it goes in again, if it goes in,
players
looks
are
good.
geared and wired a different
Yeah.
way, but
Yeah,
he pulls that out. They get a full 30.
yeah. Get your power play out. Take your time. Milligan grabs that ball. A reset for Whitby. Hangs on to it under pressure. Nice job by Milligan. He's under some duress. Trying to kill as much time on the penalty as he can. He draws a penalty. It's going to be a holding call against Dustin Pratt. So 1:52 to play. Paris up 10-9, and we will be 4-on-4 for 45 seconds, and then Whitby's going to go to the power play. And at this point, you have to watch out for your illegal substitutions because that is a penalty shot if it happens with less than 2 minutes to play in regulation time. Fernandez to Osborne. Oh, great job taking away the underneath and just not holding. Connor Watson, terrific shift. Milligan's shot. Did it touch anything? It did not.
No.
Goes out of play. 1:37 to go. 30 in the Whitby penalty. Logan Holmes, some pressure from Lewis.
Oh,
Whitby really extending to come out on the Paris
wow.
players.
They're going to leave underneath wide open for a. Oh,
Good effort by Hamley to check
Look at
Spear,
here.
who's
Back
so
and
dangerous. Up shot. Oh, we can't catch it. He's going to track it down off the boards. Pressure immediately from Medeiros. Conley, they're getting into it out front. Conley and Watson. They're going to the turf. It's been a feisty game, but I find it a little odd with 72 seconds to play in a one-goal game that you're getting into that.
Who's the defender that was involved there?
Connor Watson, number 9 for Paris. 1:12 to play, 10-9 Paris, and it's 4-on-3 for Paris. Peroni steps out, and we go to 4-on-4. Final minute, big save, Coot grabs the rebound. Outlet to Kelly. Whitby's pushing it. They've got Fernandez off the bench. Kelly goes to Lewis. Goalie's pulled. It's 5-on-4. Hutchison, hidden ball trick. No, he does have it. It's still a hidden ball trick if Milligan was pretending. Milligan takes it. Hutchison's open in the middle. The shot from Curran, stopped by Orleman. 31.7 to go. Orleman just wants his defender to pick it up, and Medeiros flings it the length of the floor. Spear comes in. Coots back in the net. Spear still got it.
Smart
pulls
play.
It out.
He's gonna get trampled here if he's not careful.
Oh, he breaks out of the trio.
Timeout.
Puts it in.
That's in the net, and they call timeout. That's a tough one, but you know what? It's the right call.
Now, did Coot stop when he heard the whistle?
I think so.
I think he did, because Coot just kind of stood there. And Cole Spear's like, why are you calling timeout? I was scoring.
Well, that's an offensive player for you.
With Goodwin over
I'd
along
give that
the boards.
ball to a righty, at least. He's
Yeah.
on the strong side.
Penalty coming to Upshaw. Goodwin's going to just step back. 11 seconds. He's going to peel out, not going to bother shooting. Wrap check by Hutchison. Gets the ball loose, but even if Whitby gets the ball, play's going to be blown down. And now, Paris shoots. It's a little after the buzzer. What a game. The now first place Paris Riverwolves go to 7-1 with a 10-9 win over the now.
Well, I know both coaches would want to win so badly, but what an absolute fantastic lacrosse game tonight.
Yeah. Actually, I think about it. Actually, Whitby, I guess, is still in first because they're both at 7-1. Whitby just lost their first game.
It would depend on the head-to-head.
Well,
if you want to look at that.
Whitby beat Paris 16-3 back January 5th. So I guess Whitby's still in first, but what a performance on the road, missing a bunch of their top guns by the Paris Riverwolves. Sully, last thoughts?
Well, honestly, this game had everything. I mean, goaltending was fantastic. Lucas Coots came in and shut the door for Whitby, and then obviously what Orleman did all game long. He just came up with the saves they needed. The offensive players were fantastic. Defense, and like I said, the one thing I'd say in Whitby's favor was probably the way they just pressured that transition, and no one was able to gain their zone freely. But when the key players for Paris had the shots, they made it count.
Thanks to Joe Sullivan. Thanks to you, lacrosse friends, for being here with us. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action. We'll be with you again soon. Have a great night. See you next time.